Blessings and welcome everyone. Just a reminder before we begin. Your rising sign horoscope will give you additional clarity as to how a great deal of your sun sign horoscope may show up, and your moon sign horoscope will give you the less prominent side story that'll also be playing out for this 2-week period. Remember, horoscopes serve best when observed, like a weather or traffic report. You have influence over all outcomes with your thoughts, actions, choices, and deeds. Use the information that presents to help you make the highest choices for the highest outcomes. If you wish to schedule any of my services or like access to more content via my Patreon, follow the links below or go to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hi there, Gemini. It's time to have a look and see what is going on when it comes to your first week of March 2021. And just a quick heads up for you, the astrology we are talking about with this full moon we just had in Virgo that's affecting this week is also affecting the second week of March, because a full moon lasts a full fortnight in its influence. So just keep that in mind as we go through this video. The astrology portion is actually talking about 2 weeks, but the cards is talking about just 1 week. So maybe as we get closer to the end of this week, you might want to come back and check the astrology again if you forget. So let's talk about this full moon in Virgo and how that is affecting you. This is occurring in your 4th house of home and family, your living situation, possibly, yes, anything relating to home-based business operations as well. When we're talking about family, though, in the 4th house, we're really more referring to your household, maybe your blood relatives or adopted relatives. Okay, so just keep that in context for you. Now, this full moon is all about a chapter turn and a breaking from familiar patterns. Whenever we have a full moon in Virgo, we are eliminating a way of processing, a way of working, a way of doing our business however we will in that particular house. And this full moon is lighting up a need to start seeing where some transition opportunities are available and may need to actually be enforced when it comes to your 4th house. Now, this could bring opportunities for a move. Yes, of course, for those of you who are maybe looking for a new place to live. It's a great time for those of you looking to wrap up some kind of transaction when it relates to your home or property matters. But this is also about clearing a chapter and a way of life from our lives as it relates to our home and family or other family members. Because it's a full moon in Virgo, it does tend to raise the vibration into a higher caliber, but it does challenge everybody's senses of familiarity in a big way. Suddenly, everyone's got to learn to do better. Everyone's got to learn to do the next higher thing. And this could actually create some squabbles, especially if you have maybe household situations or family situations where folks might be a little bit too attached to old ways that don't hold up very well, or they don't serve anybody, or again, they are locked in those familiar patterns, routines, and scripts, and they may be struggling to cope with advancement and evolution in their way of thinking, their way of being. And so just be prepared. This is enforcing improvement and progress, but not everyone on the home family front may necessarily be reconciling with that very well to start. As we get onto your cards, you have the 3 of Wands upright as far as your spiritual themes. And your theme this week is very nice because we actually have an acceleration to a lot of your own personal progress when it comes to goals, maybe things that you've been feeling have been kind of sitting around or dead in the water, anything that you've been in a holding pattern with. The 3 of Wands upright is speeding up developments across the board, especially with things that maybe have been a bit sluggish up until this week. The 3 of Wands, however, does command that we also respond in kind. So this week, you're definitely going to want to make sure that you are able to improvise, that you are able to turn on a dime and respond to new stimuli at a moment's notice. Does this mean that this has to be a hectic week? No, this is one of the big green light cards. Any kind of pending applications, pending paperwork, pending sales, whatever you've got going on, pending conversations, or again, big transitions. The 3 of Wands is now hurrying this along for you. Just make sure that, again, everyone is prepared to, of course, not drag their feet when opportunity gives you its acknowledgement. Blah. There we go. Getting onto your material shifts when it comes to work, your finances, your job, your personal abundance, again, maybe even living situation as it relates to practical affairs, you've got the Seven of Cups upright. And a lot of you Gemini people are going to be having a lot of propositions come your way, even ones that are unsolicited. So again, things that you're not necessarily asking for are already getting put on the table, whether these are work offers, job offers. The Seven of Cups is about being spoiled for choice in a very big way. And you're going to want to actually be very discerning with this, right? We are suddenly going from famine to feast. Almost said it in reverse, but I caught it. And with the Seven of Cups, I do feel that a lot of you may be doing a lot of refinement when it comes to what you're actually choosing to do for the rest of 21, because it does feel like a lot of these options are promising a great deal of wealth, but some of them are going to be holding you back. Some of them are, we have to kind of look for the Goldilocks outcome here. Some of you may be finding that you are getting tempted into doing things that may make you feel like you're selling out or slowing your own progress. However, among these options, you are also getting a chance to find, again, your golden ticket. Take your time in evaluating these things. Do not let yourself get swamped. It's a very prosperous week, but you're not going to want to make a commitment prematurely either. Save any kind of commitments or answers if you have to make them until probably Wednesday, Thursday. As we get on to your communications, when it comes to your friends, maybe your relatives, the other people in your life, you do have the Five of Wands in reverse. And I am seeing that somebody that you have maybe kept in high regard, a friend or a relative, seems to be kind of absent this week for whatever reason. And with the Five of Wands reversed, I definitely feel like this may be something that you have to assess as to why this person is taking space. I'm feeling right away this has nothing to do with you, but possibly the energy, the vibe, or the presence or interaction with somebody that may actually be repelling them from you within the company that you keep as well, or the energy you exchange, what you've got going on, does need to be assessed. Now, you may be finding that this could be an issue or a cold war going on between family members, between friends that you were unaware of. And while it's not necessarily up to you to make peace, you do also, of course, have the right to make sure that everyone understands that they need to respect your choice to have your relationship with that friend or that family member, however it goes, without having it be a thing that all about their insecurities. Because I'm feeling like somebody that you care about is kind of getting alienated by somebody else that you care about. And you're going to find that out this week, and you're going to have to find a way to, again, create a new arrangement there. As we get on to your challenge this week, your personal challenge, you do have the Devil in reverse. Once again, we are dealing with the clearing of maybe things that had once been stuck to us, clinging to us, or controlling us in some way. And you may be finding that maybe this is the influence that's been repelling somebody dear to you or keeping somebody just out of arm's reach from you. This may be also a few of the temptations that come up with work. With the Devil card reversed, a lot of you are going to be finding out the source of a lot of drama that we didn't know could actually be a source of drama. And this is a week where you're challenged to acknowledge where it's coming from, what it's coming from, or who, and deal with it and face it head on. But it may be challenging to do because it may be somebody you didn't expect, or it may be somebody that you suspected, but you've been maybe a bit too ginger with. As we get on to your relationships, love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the High Priestess in reverse. A lot of you Gemini people are going to be finding that whether it's somebody new you're talking to or an existing partner, somebody has been actually doing some kind of manipulative work with them or on them. You're actually seeing a lot of their confidence or their own personality kind of being shaken by this. And with the High Priestess reversed, we can see, yes, that there is, maybe it's somebody in their friendship circle or somebody that we work with them, kind of like an in-law, family member, or if it's somebody new in your life, it could just be maybe somebody they're following, an author, or again, a friend in their life. Something is kind of messing with our partner's heads. And undermining their confidence. And again, because this is all about purging manipulation this week, you're going to have to find a way to be able to do this and to confront it, but just be mindful of the fact that people who are often manipulated in this way or getting manipulated in this way might actually defend their manipulator until they actually see what's been going down. So you're going to maybe not want to tackle this head on. Otherwise, you might actually end up getting the brunt of the negativity that doesn't belong to you. But you will be able to prevail as long as you're able to offset the manipulation that's occurring. So that's what I've got for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.